Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in. We have an amazing show this evening. Eric H526, Luke St. Martin, thank you so very much. I want to start off, everyone, with a CNBC article. Biden holds a large lead over Trump nationally, while swing state polls show a closer race. This is today on CNBC. Now, there are polls from Trafalgar that show President Trump doing a lot better than the polls that you would see, just from mainstream polling companies. But I want to read you this. Biden holds a large lead over Trump nationally, while swing state polls show a closer race. To my super chat, I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding like some people. So I just want to thank you for supporting my work. You look, ladies and gentlemen, and Joe Biden is holding on to a sizable lead over President Trump in the national polls. This is irrelevant. It's completely and utterly irrelevant. Harry, first of all, thank you so very much. Harry, starting it off. Harry, thank you. Thank you, Harry. It is completely and utterly irrelevant. Thank you, Harry. Thank you. It is completely and utterly irrelevant if Biden has a 30 to 40 or to 50 point lead nationally, if he's within striking distance in swing states. Now, I gave you the Trafalgar numbers, but this article, and he's doing a lot better than RCP according to Trafalgar. I think they were one of the few in 2016. I know Rasmussen was, but they're going to be one of the few in 2020 to call this election. I believe they called the election also in 2016 accurately. But this came out today right after the New York Post articles. But there are reasons for Democratic nominee to worry about a handful of key states that could ultimately decide the election. Yes, I don't understand. It's almost as if they're comfortable in being wrong as long as the entire planet is wrong, or as long as the establishment is wrong, and they can just act in the most apoplectic, seething, fuming, sad, pathetic, hysterical, fanatical, maniacal manner on November 3rd. There's no room in the establishment or on the left or in media. There's no room to say, hey, wait a second, we're in trouble. They're in trouble because every poll, including Trafalgar's, especially Trafalgar's polls, but even RCP, shows President Trump either up or within striking distance in Ohio and Florida. That's about 50 electoral college votes right there. Ohio and Florida is about 50 electoral college votes right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's 50 electoral college votes. And then you have, Harry, thank you again. Then you have this article today, right after the New York Post, the second day in a row. The second day in a row. Where you have a New York Post article saying, New York Post reports telling the truth. The truth is that President Trump's children, President Trump, are not beholden to any countries because they already have money. Okay? This is the key point from all of this that everyone should learn. Trump had money. Ivanka, Don Jr., Eric, all of them have lots of money. He does not owe $400 million to Russia. He talked about that in the town hall. That is absurd. The only person who got first of all, so there's no evidence he owes any money to Russia. Number one. Number two, the only person who received money from Russia personally is actually Bill Clinton. Oh, that's right. For my Moscow speaking engagement. He's the one who had a Moscow speaking engagement for an investment bank. Okay? So that's like... Pavel, Daniel Swinto, hello. Hello, Pavel, hello. So that's that, okay? That's that. You're not going to try to say that you're not. This is very simple. They don't get it. They don't understand. When you give a fact to anyone on the left, a fact, a rebuttal, they Jet, I think I agree with you on that. Thank you, Luke. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't want to hear it too often, but yeah. Luke, thank you very much. Thank you, Luke. I do agree, actually, with the sentiment, which is bizarre. D. Velasquez! Here, at least you have $20 in venture capital. D. Velasquez! D. Velasquez also is, first of all, I love D. Velasquez. She's been here since day one, always supporting this channel, and she had a wonderful idea. I believe, D. Velasquez, I believe it was you who said that the one way to drive your neighbors nuts who can't stand President Trump is to actually is to name your internet modem connection Trump 2020. I believe that was you, D. Velasquez, who said that. Here, at least you have $20 million of venture capital funding. P.S. Luke and Eric, there's a new video platform called Rumble, partially owned by Dan Bongino. Okay, I have to check that out. D. Velasquez, thank you. Thank you, D. Velasquez. Thank you as always. And I know you'll be here November 3rd. Luke, St. Martin, Eric H526, thank you so very much. Mad Mar VCR, more venture capital. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Like I said, I don't have $20 million in venture capital like some people, but I have D. Velasquez, I have Madmar VCR, thank you so very, very much. Luke St. Martin, Eric H526. But here's an interesting, so before we get to the swing states, everything going on with the New York Post article is the following. It's very simple. It's very difficult for Democrats to understand because they can't possibly, like you can say to them, money flowed into the foundation, Madam Secretary's found. Listen to me, listen. Look, you don't have to believe that President Obama didn't veto the sale because money flowed into the Clinton Foundation. But just to let you know, millions of dollars flowed into the foundation. Not just from Uranium One, but from UBS, from Boeing. There were countries that wanted weapons deals. You can just, there's 85 donors who gave $156 million. I'm just letting you know. So what? You have no proof. You have no proof. You have no proof. You have no proof. No proof. No proof. No proof. Well, she deleted all the emails. She had private servers. Okay? Why do you think the money was? I don't know. And you know what? It's just the same. You think Trump's kids are better? 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 Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes. You think Trump's better with all his corruption? Well, what did he do? Corruption. He paid $750 in taxes. Based on what? Based on what? Are you sure that the geniuses who are the accountants at the New York Times know what they're talking about? He paid $750. Well, did he break the law in doing so? What? Did he break the law in doing so? Did he break the law in paying $750 in taxes? If indeed he did. Did he break the law? Okay. He disparaged fallen Americans. He said, losers. He said, how do you know who told you he said this? This was an Atlantic article. It's very, very prestigious. It's very prestigious. Who told you he said this? It was in the Atlantic article. There's no evidence. There's no evidence that he said any of this. D. Velasquez, thank you. Madam RVCR, thank you so much. Old school dad, man. Fundraiser tonight, thank you so very much. It's a choice between me and $100,000 with Madam Secretary. Old school dad, man, or $20 million in venture capital funding. Old school dad, man, you're awesome. I hope all is well. Omar Pena. Hello, Mr. Goodman. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is safe and healthy. God bless you, Omar Pena. I hope everyone's doing very, very well. And Omar Pena, thank you so very, very much. But you can tell them, like, Aunt Jenny, Moo in Joe. Out do the hunter dump. Aunt Jenny. Exactly. You said it better than me. You said it better than I could have. But you have Eric, did you see that they went hunting? Did you see what they did? They went hunting. They got a wildebeest. They went hunting. They got a woolly mammoth. Can you believe? There's no more woolly mammoths because of Eric, Uday, and Kusei. And it's like, well, Hunter, why do you think that he was on the board of directors of any company? Why do you think this man was on the board of directors of any company? I could walk in with my hat, and I'd be more qualified to be on the board of directors. Actually, I would probably be more qualified. I would actually probably, with the resume that I've had in my life, I'd probably be more qualified. and I'm not necessarily qualified at all, but I'd probably be more qualified. I'd probably know more about what I'm talking, more about the energy field in that part of the world than the vice president's son, which doesn't mean I should be on the board of directors, which means that he should never have been on any board of directors. Okay? Torkel Link! Torkel, thank you. Omar Pena, thank you so very much. Omar, Torkel Link, D. Velasquez. So, you have to ask yourself the following. It's like, Aunt Jenny, thank you. Old school dad man, thank you. You have to ask yourself the following. Why is there, this is an important point, okay? This is actually a very important point. When you look at politics, is everything relative? Just because you're in the major leagues, does that mean you're going to be in the Hall of Fame? Democrats are in the Hall of Fame of corruption. All politicians are corrupt, but Democrats are in the Hall of Fame of corruption. Christopher, I agree with you. Yeah, but you know what? At least though, at least President Trump could get his words across. At least he could get his words across, and that's the important thing. Christopher. Torkel Ling, thank you. Torkel, thank you so very much. So, you look, ladies and gentlemen, and it's like, not all people, okay, if all politics is corrupt, then there has to be some hierarchy. You can't say that everything is morally relative. Christopher, Torkel, Omar Pena, D. Velasquez, Aunt Jenny. Christopher. Old school dad man. Not everything is relative in life. If I have enough money for a Lamborghini, but I purchase a Ford Pinto. Let's see, when was the last Ford Pinto? If I say, you know what, I can purchase a 1973 Ford Pinto, or I could purchase a Lamborghini. Well, they're both cars, so what's the difference? What's the difference? You know, as a pet, as a house pet, instead of a German Shepherd, I'll just go and find a wolf. They're both canines. It's not like you are not in life. You don't say, you don't tell your significant other, well, you know, other people have spouses too, so I might as well pick you. I mean, it's all relative, you know. Are you trying to say you love me? No, I mean, you know. It's all relative. As long as you have a spouse, it's pretty much just like every other spouse. Life is not relative in that manner. Life is not relative in that manner. You cannot simply look at life as, well, they're all bad. I cannot stand when anyone brings up politics. And gosh, they're all so bad. I just want to say, do you think you know who's worse? Is there any way that you know who's worse? Do you think... Oh, Trump is worse. Well, what did he do? He did so many bad things. So corrupt. Well, what was he impeached for? Was he impeached for a crime? I want to know what he was impeached for. Look at his taxes. Was he impeached for his taxes? Look at his taxes. Look at what he said about people. Was he impeached for what he said about people? Is there any evidence? He tried to interfere in the Ukraine. Well, if the wonderful bureau had given that laptop, President Trump wouldn't have been impeached. If this New York Post article came out, he wouldn't have been impeached. Every person who told you that Trump tried to interfere in the election is the biggest imbecile on the planet. Is the most deceitful, dishonest, disingenuous person. We have a story now that proves Trump was right all throughout the whole Ukraine thing. You can't force out a prosecutor, and then emails come out with people associated with very, very shady and corrupt or very powerful interests saying, gee, thank you for the meeting. Thank you for the meeting. And then Botox B, the exhumed body, said, this is another dish it from me. Then the Washington Post today, the bastion of intelligence and wisdom, the intelligentsia is going to, I don't know what they're going to do. Right now, they're like Jonestown. It's like the Jonestown cult, where they're all drinking the spiked punch. They're like, for a long time, a year ago, Rudy Giuliani was told that he was the target of Russian disinformation. Well, are the emails accurate or what? Leo Szabo! I'm about to resurrect Corn Pop so he can take on back, straighten him out like Joe should have done a long time ago. Come on, man. Malarkey. Leo Szabo, thank you. Leo Szabo, thank you so very, very, very much. Thank you. Leo Szabo is actually today talking to a really beautiful Russian-American man. I think he's probably in his 60s, maybe early 70s, but really, really wonderful guy. And he was talking to me about how things that he's seen in his life, he's seeing them now in American politics. Really interesting. Leo Szabo, thank you. Classic story. Rudy Giuliani has a great video. Yeah, I have to check that out. I know that he was on Steven Crowder today. So Steven Crowder had an interview with Rudy Giuliani. Classic story. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you. Tim Walenga, Tim. Additional venture capital. Yeah. Keep up the good work, HA crew. Any polling updates in Michigan? Well, I'm going to give you Tim Walenga. If you look at Trafalgar, if you look at the Trafalgar group, all right, so of course I get something different. I didn't even ask for this. Why am I? Okay, so let's, Tim, I'm going to get you a poll from Trafalgar Group, and originally a Napoleonic sea battle that Napoleon lost. They have a Michigan poll here. So basically, I love the who do you think your neighbors are voting for? 49% say Trump. And that was a Trafalgar question that Fox News used without giving Trafalgar credit. Typical corporate. So Trump is up 47.6 to 43.9 in Ohio, according to Trafalgar. But let me get Michigan here. Wisconsin, he's down by 2.8. But let me get Michigan. John James is up slightly in Michigan. Okay, but let me get Michigan. Okay, 46.7 to 46. That's the latest Trafalgar poll. So that's the latest Trafalgar poll. 46.7. Tim Walenga, 46.7. Undecided, 3.2%. Poor Howie Hawkins has 0.8%. The 2.1% voting for Joe Jorgensen. I'm not even going to treat you the way the Democrats treat the Green Party. Do your thing. But my whole question is, you're getting a foreign policy. President Trump is the closest to a libertarian foreign policy you could possibly get. What is wrong with you? At least if you vote like Democrats, give nothing to the far left. Nothing. They don't want to defund police. They don't want to defund. They don't want to abolish the Electoral College. They don't want to pack the courts. They don't want Medicare for all. They don't want a Green New Deal. They don't want to abolish ICE. They don't want to do anything. But President Trump is literally giving libertarians the closest thing to a Rand Paul libertarian foreign policy that you're ever going to get. Hopefully we can get even closer and not be, and even be less interventionist. Okay, President Trump, again, he's against regime changes. He's against military regime changes. He's against interventions. He's removing Americans from Iraq, ending the war in Afghanistan. He's already ended that. You're getting something you're getting a libertarian foreign policy at least. And there's a whole lot of other examples of President Trump, more along the lines of libertarian foreign policy. Libertarian policies. So you're actually getting, if it was an establishment Republican, I can understand why libertarians would vote libertarian. I don't get it. It's totally different from the Green Party. You don't get anything from the Green Party. Tim Walenga, thank you, Tim. Thank you so very much, Tim. Thank you. I appreciate it. Old school dad, man. So just so we're all together, Moo collude with Russia. Yeah, the Moo did. So they said Trump did. Plugs. Plugs. Ukraine, they impeached Trump. Exactly. This is what I don't understand, okay? You have the wonderful Bureau. It's pretty unbelievable. This is the biggest part of this story. The biggest part of this story is the Bureau not releasing this information. Then you have like Slate, the New York Times, a scoop involves some shady, I'm sorry, Fusion GPS is pure as the driven snow. The Christopher Steele are just wonderful. Like, they actually legitimized championed, romanticized, utter garbage and verbal refuse in the Steele dossier. These emails, unless Biden says they're not accurate, I don't see anyone saying they're not accurate. If they're accurate emails, he's done. If they're accurate emails and more accurate emails are coming out, he's done. And there's nothing you could do to the New York Post, because this is the laptop almost certainly, look, the laptop almost certainly was good old Hunter probably lost track of one of his laptops, okay? It wasn't just, oh, I just wanted to go to the laptop machine repair person. It's probably, the whole thing is probably, he lost track of a computer that had a whole lot of information regarding how compromised his family is. Okay? So, and Republicans got this laptop. Okay, the FBI referred questions about its seizure of the laptop and hard drive to the Delaware U.S. Attorney's Office, where my office can either confirm or deny the existence of an investigation. And now. Oh, that's right. When a voter in Iowa, a state he finished fourth in, called him out on, he's like, I want to do push-ups. Want to do push-ups? Come on, man. Hey, fat. Hey, fat. You fat. Hey, fat. Come on now, fatness. Oh, fatness. Vote for someone else, fatness. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, my man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, that's really nice. Photos of a Delaware federal subpoena given to the Post show that the computer and hard drive were seized by the FBI in December. Wow, thanks. That's really nice. That's fantastic. Thanks for hooking up the president. After the shop's owner said he alerted the feds to their existence. How irresponsible do you have to be? Like I said, I don't buy the story unless he was just completely inebriated and he's like, I just gotta get this laptop taken care of. It's not downloading pictures of me in my Speedos with a cigarette in my mouth. Oh, I'm so tired of being awesome. I'm so tired of being so amazing and sensual. So tired. Got to get this laptop fixed. My life is so awesome yet mundane. Get this laptop taken care of at the local Delaware laptop computer program shop. Fine, I'm just gonna relax, take some more selfies of myself. Send them all over the internet. Whatever, man. Get some more money from Ukraine. So I don't know. I don't think that's what he was thinking. That's my impersonation of the vice president's son. They had it since December. Thanks. Gee, thanks, Director Ray. You're awesome. You are fantastic. There's no better person than you. You are really a wonderful human being. Thank you so very, very much. An earlier email from May 2014 also shows one of the people at the company where he's the board of directors on asking for, quote, advice on how you could use your influence. It's done. Done. You're 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 done. What are you waiting for, Madam Secretary? Is this a personal vendetta? I've only been saying for the past 4 years. So you deliberately are not. You're waiting until the last possible second before I can't even take a victory lap. I'll take a half victory lap. I'll be like, yeah, it's tomorrow, the election. I won't even be able to be like, yeah. It's like I'm scoring the final touchdown, and so, 4 years said the same thing. I mean, the big the big prediction is that President Trump goes 8 years, which I know the haters will be like, if Botox B actually follows through with it. I don't think you said it. I also said Trump will go 8 years for the past 4 years, but that's also two elections predicted. Not bad. It's pretty good actually. But I swear it's like they're waiting the last second to where I'll be like, yeah, everybody, and then I won't be able to actually focus too much on being happy because the next day will be November 3rd. The next day will be November 3rd. Look, thank you for inviting me and the opportunity to meet your father. I mean, it's done. Look, it's game over. Influence, thanks for the opportunity. Who else? Who knows what else is going on? Who PJP 72. Not one question about exactly during Biden's cuddle fest. Exactly. While POTUS was exactly. And that's the thing. They're never going to ask. They're never, ever, 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 ever going to ask. They're simply never going to ask. Any questions, PJP 72. They're never going to ask any questions that have to do with actual scandals. They're never going to ask any questions. And that's the sad thing. Chris H, you got me cracking up tonight. Chris H, was it my imitation of Hunter? Chris H, PJP 72. They'll never ask any questions. Thank you, PJP 72. Chris H, thank you. Was it good old Hunter? So tired of being linked to so much power and influence. Oh, I'm tired. Spark up a smoky. Hold on, let me see. I have to find out the computer store. Then the computer was dropped off. The computer was dropped off at a repair shop. Hi, Bill, are you awake? It's 3 a.m. Wake up. Come over to my house right now and pick up a laptop that I've been using. And it's like you spend $10,000 on a new laptop and it doesn't work. I don't care if you're sleeping, Bill. Wake up. Come to my house. Just do it. You can sleep over in the guest cabana. Just come over. I have lots of things that you like, okay? We have like 5 other people. They might like you. Just come. I don't care if you're sleeping. Come over. It's fine. It's only, you wake up at 6 anyway for work. Well, then 5 in the morning, go to the computer store in Delaware. Yeah. I don't care. I'm so tired of dealing with ungrateful people. Yeah, it's me, Hunter. Yeah. Just go. Yeah, I need you to drop it off at Shlomo's laptop repair on the corner of First and Wilmington. Yes. Just do it. Drop it off at the repair shop. Tired. It's like speaking to a wall. Yeah. So go ahead. So come over now. Yeah, chop now. You can sleep at the guest cabana. Just do it. And then you can just drop it off and I'll pick it up when I'm ready. I don't care how much it costs. Do you know who my dad is? You know how much I make every month? I'll take you to the wild zebra tonight. Fine, God. Just relax. Anyway. I'm sorry. I enjoyed that. Hold on. PJP72, thank you so very much. Miller BZ! Thank you, Miller BZ. Thank you. New Gold Dream. Was there any question about... I don't think so. New Gold Dream. I don't think so. That there should be. Because that's another thing Democrats don't want to touch. Notice how no talking about the Second Amendment, no talking about the Green New Deal, no talking about Medicare for all, no talking about packing the courts, no talking about defunding police, no talking about abolishing the Electoral College. They don't like anything. They don't like anything that they stand for. G-Man, thank you. If you've seen those photos, they're pretty hilarious. It's tough to look. I actually don't dislike Hunter Biden at all. I actually feel bad for him, and I don't. But that is a growing up in Los Angeles. You know that character, that type. You know that type. You know that, like. It's actually, in many ways, it's not, you have to ask yourself, well, did he, well, now I'm getting a little bit deep, but, like, what's the relationship, if his father's always in Congress, does he get to see his father? If he's always, if his father's always away, always in D.C., what was that like growing up? So it's not like, I swear, I don't like, I don't have, because he's like been completely, he hasn't said anything, he hasn't, he just is obviously utilizing his position in life to get money. Now, when people say, oh, well, what's the difference? The difference is not everyone's father is the vice president. So Ivanka Trump, Eric, Don Jr. were rich. Okay, Biden for the longest time had like the least amount of money in Congress. It was like him and Bernie Sanders. Are you kidding me? I was eating 1 can of Campbell's soup for about 20 years. I looked at Biden with his large tuna salad and tall glass of Yoo-hoo every day, and I said, wow, must be nice. That must be a feast. Must be what Henry VIII used to eat during his big banquets before he had difficulties with the ladies. But I feel for this gentleman. I don't actively dislike. I don't look at him as like a nefarious. But when people say, it's the same thing, it's the same thing, it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same. Party time. William R. Abrams, party time for Mr. Tiny. Hello, H.A. Mr. Tiny. Hello, Mr. Tiny. New Gold Dream. I did not see anything New Gold Dream in terms. That's the thing. New Gold Dream. That's a great point, because they don't want. Elroy Shreddings. Thank you, Elroy. I don't want. They don't want. Sorry. New Gold Dream. They don't want to. They don't like any of their policy positions. They don't like themselves. Okay. My name was brought up today, but just in a benign manner, no problem, on social media, saying, "Oh yeah, he still thinks that Clinton." And I don't say this in a malicious way. I just say this because sadly it's true. There's a better chance of Clinton entering the election next November than Democrats passing a Medicare for All bill or Green New Deal legislation or defunding police or abolishing ICE or abolishing the Electoral College or packing the courts. They don't want to do any of those things, and they will never do any of those things because they lie. At least, when I go out on a limb, fine, I go out on a limb. But at least I'm true to myself. Because, you look at, they cheated Bernie Sanders. Guess who had the secret agreement? Okay, so I put two and two together. I'll still be right about Trump going 8 years, and I will definitely be right about Trump going 8 years. I will be right eventually about Clinton becoming, surpassing Biden. But if it doesn't happen, at least you can look and say, okay, I've been right about a lot more things than the mainstream has. A lot more things. If I go out on a limb, I go out on a limb based on secret agreements, Bernie being cheated, all of those things, and the fact that they cannot possibly be serious. They can't possibly be serious. Clinton is the dorsal fin ain't flipper. You don't write a Medium article also. That's bizarre. It's bizarre. Nobody saw it. Whatever. That's going to happen. But, if I ever had any debates, which I would love, with the $20 million venture capital people, I would completely decimate them, because I have every single response to every single possible thing they could say to me or about me or whatever. So that's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's fine. And then I'll go and turn behind. Oh, it's fine. Whatever. Tired. It's just when you look at those photos here. Let me get into character, because I got to look at the photos. You can't be. The only thing is like, oh, this is so. Vanity Fair. Oh, good. What can Hunter Biden selfies possibly tell us? Thank you, Vanity Fair, thank you so much for actually. Thank you for. This is today. Thank you. Thank you for focusing on the actual story. Very good, Vanity Fair. Fantastic. Thank you. And then they say. They say that the media isn't in the tank for Trump. Wow. I mean, it isn't in the tank for Democrats. Wow. So this is hilarious. There, you talk about cognitive dissonance. The left talks about cognitive dissonance when conservatives even ask a question or question something. Cognitive dissonance isn't about engaging in a debate, although it could be. But cognitive dissonance is about being unable to accept a fact that you just can't, that it would shatter your worldview. And that's the left. That's the definition of the Democratic Party. They cannot possibly. So yes, he struggled. Okay, fine. You can rebound from struggles. Yes, fine. Is it a national security risk? No, seeing that there's correspondence where this man has already been compromised or utilized as a conduit to the vice presidency. Do you think this is good for a future presidential administration? Do you think that's good? There's no proof of anything. Here are the emails. It's Russia. It's not Russia. And now they're saying, well, the fact that we know this has been a disinformation campaign, but the information actually is accurate. And everything is disputed, everything is shady, but when it comes from Fusion GPS, oh my God, it's so fantastic. Anything about Trump is, even if it's completely made up, well, you know, Trump's cousin's second cousin, third cousin's friend's neighbor is writing a book, and she's not voting for Trump. Okay? Rudy Giuliani's, it's like, if you don't vote for Trump based on policy, fine. But if you get a family member that wants to be celebrated by the press, or a person under 30 or under 35 with a social circle that are all Democrats, that person could go to the dinner party and say, "Look, you know what? New gold dream. The Jewish community pleading for China." That's right. Clam soft program starting against them. Wow. Violence and restrictions on worship by de Blasio and Cuomo. It's pretty unbelievable. New gold dream. It's pretty unbelievable. Thank you so very much. New gold dream. It's pretty unbelievable what Democrats have done. And this, by the way, the track record, new gold dream. Those two politicians that you mentioned, the track record is horrendous. New York is the epicenter of the pandemic on the planet. The second highest fatality rate, and the greatest number of lives lost because of the pandemic. And then we have to listen then to the rantings and to the restriction. We have to abide by the restrictions for our own health, for our own well-being of these Democrats who have presided over the worst in terms of then to flip the script. They're like, well, cases are going up another continent. Yeah, but look at the aggregate numbers. It's the top 10 states with the highest number of lives lost. Those cases that you see popping up in red states, most of those people are going to survive. It's not going to be like New York or New Jersey or Illinois or Pennsylvania or other places. So it's like, and God bless the people of New York and New Jersey. Democrats did them wrong. So it's pretty unbelievable what it's pretty unbelievable. New Gold Dream. Thank you so very much, New Gold Dream. It's unbelievable how you would have, and I don't see how anyone in their right mind is voting Democrat this election. Like, It's so political now. It's so transparent. Everything they do, from preventing news stories from getting out, to continuing lockdowns, to everything they do. Even how they interview Biden. Please, Biden, please, is there any truth to the story? Everything is overtly political, the most transparent political. Everything is just in the most transparent way a political stunt to hurt Trump. And that's it. And I just don't understand how people see it. People are now disinfecting. Okay, hold on. Disinfecting. People are microwaving and disinfecting ballots. This is so hilarious. Some voters, apparently concerned about the pandemic, are ruining their ballots by disinfecting them. No. Keep doing it, Democrats. Keep doing it. New goal dream, thank you. Siddharth Srikamal. Can you explain how liberals rationalize Biden? It must feel spooky when the greatest warrior of global liberalism is the daddy. Yeah, it's true. Siddharth Srikamal, thank you. They rationalize him as anything but Trump. Any breathing human being, any living entity. They would if they could, if they had to. If they had to do so, they would take a crocodile or an alligator, put a top hat on the alligator, put a giant studded leash on the alligator's big fat neck, and say, this is the not Trump alligator. It's polling better nationally than Trump. We're going to go with this. Madam Secretary is going to be there in the end, but they would use this alligator and they would use this giant reptile and say, this is better than Trump. So, Siddharth, thank you. It's anybody but Trump. Simon Hathaway Spurlock. This one's for you, Arya. Peace, blessings to all. Yes, Arya Lee, thank you. Arya, hope all is well. Simon Hathaway Spurlock. This one's for you, Arya. Peace and blessings for all. Simon, thank you so very much. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Simon, thank you. Hello, Arya. Thank you. Larry Whitaker. Thank you, Larry, as always. I hope all is well. Encouraging reminder to support Trump and Paulina, Laura Loomer. Yeah. Kleinchik, etc. Need the House and Senate. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely need the Senate. Keep the Senate support candidates in other states to beat back the machine. Exactly, Larry. You're 100% right. Larry Whitaker, thank you so very, very much. You have a very, very spot-on, accurate, concise, but powerful message, because you're 100% right. President Trump needs some help. He needs some help. The man, it's so difficult to explain. You know, Larry, and thank you so very much always for your support, Larry Whitaker. Luke St. Martin. This one is for Simon. Yes, the love on this channel is amazing. Oh my God, Luke St. Martin. Thank you, Luke, and everybody give love to Simon and Arya and Luke. Thank you so very, very much, and Eric. Thank you so very, very much, Luke St. Martin, Simon Hathaway Spurlock, Arya Lee. Thank you. Hope all is well. Thank you, Luke. Larry Whitaker, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. And he's been doing this all on his own. Thank you very much, Larry, as always. He's been doing this all on his own. And it's like... It's like only President Trump could manage to, well, my computer is okay. Only President Trump could manage to battle all of these different entities all at once. Larry, thank you so very much. I mean, think about that for a second. All of these people, it's like, unless you truly, it would be very difficult to battle not only corrupt intelligence officials, and now they're like, well, Intel has told us. Like, Intel is biased. And it's based. They're not doing. This is hilarious. Democrats think this is like 1980, where like the intelligence community would gravitate always towards whomever was in power or try to do its own thing. But generally, the public never really perceived, like, intelligence officials were apolitical always. Until the Bush administration, and then you could kind of see them going out on a limb to promote policy, which is Lincoln Project policy. But it is the 15th right now. I don't know if you remember, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Lord. My computer is like... I don't know if you remember, ladies and gentlemen, but I said about 3 days ago, before the New York Post article, I said that every day, every single day is going to be like a week. Or a month. No. I said every week is going to be a month. And every day is going to be basically a week. So, I said basically like, this is going to be the longest 3 weeks. Politically, the longest 3 weeks you could ever imagine. It would essentially be the absolute longest 3 weeks you could ever believe would take place politically. So, 3 days ago I said, things are going to change. Things are going to change. You're going to find out reasons, you're going to find out exactly why Biden's campaign can't really go on much longer. If it's bad now, it looks pretty bad now. If it's bad now, imagine, just imagine what happens when there's more correspondence. So a lot more correspondence. Imagine what takes place when you have even more. Braden! Wolf House MMA. Crazy 3 weeks about to go down. Yes. Wolf House MMA. Braden Spartan. Thank you, Braden. I agree with you. But these 3 weeks, you will see Democrats, you will see you will see the media, if they're so disingenuous and duplicitous to prevent information, public record knowledge, emails that are pristine, okay? Apparently, good old Hunter wrote those emails, just like Debbie Wasserman Schultz wrote those emails. It wasn't the Russians, okay? Why on earth would media conglomerates, whether online or just traditional on cable, why would they prevent that? Why would they prevent this information from being shared? If they're able to go there, then why wouldn't they be able to just pull the switcheroonie? I'm telling you, the way they look at it, I know the mentality. The way they look at it is that if James Comey influenced the election a week before the election, he basically altered the election. Okay? They're thinking, oh, you know what? We can do the same thing, and we're gonna do the same thing, but even better, because we're gonna pull a switcheroo with Madam Secretary there. And if people don't vote Madam Secretary, they will be branded for life as Trumpers and Trump supporters, and they will feel the wrath of the liberal establishment forever. But you look, ladies and gentlemen, at the CNBC article that I showed you early on. They're finally realizing, and this is very important, you're not going to win. It doesn't matter. First of all, there's no reason Biden would be up in any poll. There's nothing about him. They're trying to market Biden as like, oh, well, you know, he's just so boring. Don't we like that? It's media and Democrats who've acted in the most apoplectic, seething, fuming manner. Then they say everybody's it's so divisive. They blame Trump for their reaction to losing. It's not Trump's fault he won and that they couldn't stand losing. It's not Trump's fault that he won and that corrupt intelligence officials set him up and framed him with a dossier that his direct political rival purchased. That's not his fault. David, hello. That's not his fault. Yan Salong, hello. It's not his fault that their reaction to losing the past 4 years, it's not Trump's fault that they have completely done away with any semblance of objectivity or rationality or neutrality. That they've accused him of everything under the sun, from being a racist to a Russian puppet to, I mean, you cry wolf, 50,000 times, eventually people are going to tune you out. Eventually people are going to tune you out. So, William R. Abrams, yeah, I mean, that was just an example. Like, imagine if media was just somewhat objective. You'd get that type of reaction. Exactly, Big Bill, exactly. You'd get that type of reaction. But I think that, let's look here. The town hall was good. The media, of course, will say, "Oh my God," the town hall was very good. President Trump is good at focusing, or what he should keep doing, and what he should even do better, but what he's pretty good at already, is focusing on what either the important issues, like what he needs to accomplish, what he's accomplished, and kind of highlighting like, yeah, okay, one thing that he talked about, that he kept talking about, oh my God, my computer is okay. One thing he kept talking about is he's like, well, I'm in real estate. I'm not over leveraged. I'm under leveraged, or under levered. He was saying so. He's under leveraged. So, and then now they're getting to, now they're pretty sure under levered is supposed to be under leveraged. And they're all getting on him. He's under leveraged, so that's what I was saying in the beginning. Meaning that he doesn't borrow as much as most people in real estate. So he doesn't borrow as much, meaning he doesn't have to pay back as much as most other people. He owns a great many properties. And he probably has licensing deals with his name, which helps him purchase more of the property than the money that he has. Who knows? Okay, who knows what's going on? But he was never in trouble ever with the IRS. You're not talking like the Clintons. They couldn't get past like 1 year in the past 30 years without some kind of issue or scandal. President Trump was not like that. I mean, he wasn't like New Gold Dream. Senator Cruz is preparing subpoenas against New Gold Dream. That's good. That's good. But see, again, like, I like what he's doing. But see, what he should be focused on is the Durham probe, and I mean, he should really be helping out. But that's good too. But see, New Gold Dream, it is awesome. But at the end of the day, President Trump is going to win. It's almost, can I tell you, Tim? Hello. It's almost better for President Trump. New Gold Dream. Thank you so very much for your support. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's almost better for President Trump to have the New York Post story and to have anything good for the president being actively suppressed, because everyone now knows what's at stake. Every single person knows what's at stake now. If you don't vote early in person, early, like pretend it's like 1989 or 1991 and the new Metallica album came out, or this new album came, you have to line up early outside Tower or the record store or whatever. You can't think that you can just go to the polls and just vote it, like even if you're like, oh, it's not going to be that busy, it's a place near my house, it's not that busy, near my apartment, it's not that busy. No, first thing in the morning, go. That should be a rallying cry that President Trump tells people, and that every channel, every person, Larry, and I agree with you, and I think that, and New Gold Dream, I think that every person, Jenny, hello, awesome, I think that every person needs to early go to the polls, vote President Trump early. This man, he's like, I'm telling you, looks like an exhumed body. There's no chance this man wins. There's no, first of all, there's no chance they go with him. I'm telling you, they're going to pull the switcheroony. They're going to pull the switcheroony. They're doing the switcheroony sooner rather than later. So, MT, you're right. Election night is going to be interesting, nerve-wracking, but I'm telling you, when they go with Clinton, I'll be actually nervous. If they are so inept as to keep with Biden, I really will not be worried. Because you have to ask yourself, this is 2020. The Democrats have so many competing messages. They have so many public relations, marketing, stunts, ploys, competing messages. What's the future of the Democratic Party? AOC or Biden? You know, what is it? Defunding police, Medicare for all, or is it Biden's ACA? They have no message at all. Florida man bears some venture capital for the hat fat. New Gold Dream. Thank you. New Gold Dream. Thank you so very much, New Gold Dream. Florida man bear. Thank you so very, very much. Florida man bear. Thank you. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. But what is the why? Like when people say, "Well, you know, the polls show Biden up." Why? What is it about him? The polls show Biden up. What is it about him? He's not Trump. Okay, aside from that, what is it about him you're voting for? The polls show Biden up. Yeah, I know that. What is it about this man you're voting for? He's not Trump. Again, I heard those two things. What is it about this man? Is it his foreign policy record? In 47 years in Congress, is it the 100-to-1 sentencing disparities that people of color were disproportionately affected by 100-to-1 for the same substance that his son? What is it? Well, the polls show him up. I understand this. I understand this, Democrat. Focus, please. Focus. Why would you vote for this man? Why? As a liberal, as a progressive, why? Well, he's not Trump. I understand it. For the love of God. Why would you vote for him? Well, the polls show he's up. I know that. I already heard you. But why? What is it about him? Does he inspire you? Does he have a record that gives you confidence? Will he give you what you want? Do you like Lincoln Project foreign policy? Do you want more interventions, more military quagmires? Do you want more interventions like Libya, which was what Biden was a part of? Well, he's not Trump. I know this. But is there anything about this man you're voting for? Well, the polls show him up. It's impossible. It's impossible. Florida man bear, thank you. Michael Cornelio. Michael, thank you, Michael. Pelosi said she needed more money. 1.8 trillion is more than enough. I know. She wants exactly. And he did a good job. Michael, thank you so very much as always. Thank you, Michael. Thank you so very much, as always, for your support, your generosity. Thank you, Michael Cornelio. Thank you. I mean, you're looking at Pelosi, Biden, Schumer. This is the axis of Geritol. This is the, you're looking at Tales from the Crypt 1, 2, and 3. And I don't understand why they think that everyone knows that it's Trump who wants to give the stimulus, it's Republicans who want to give the stimulus, it's Pelosi who does not want to do so. And everyone knows that she's holding it up. Okay? Everyone knows that she's holding it up. In fact, when you type in Pelosi stimulus, this is interesting. Pelosi's approach to economic stimulus talks amidst pressures of election economy. This is so hilarious. The Washington Post, I swear to God, why is it should just be called the DNC newsletter. The DNC Times. The Democratic National Committee Times. Why is it called the Washington Post? I don't get it. So everybody wants an extra stimulus check. Okay, this is the Washington Post. Michael, everyone here, this is the Washington Post. Thank you again, Michael. Pelosi walks tightrope in stimulus talks amid pressures of election economy. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really nice. Wow. Must be tough to walk a tightrope, especially when you've pushed for lockdowns. House Speaker may want a deal, but for Trump, the political imperatives are greater. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Nice, yeah. Now, as Pelosi has batted down offers from the White House, arguing that they are not good enough and will not address the needs of the American public, some Democrats are urging her to make the long, elusive deal. It is just take your time. It's not a problem. She has pressured her case in private emails, referring to a recent White House offer as a slush fund that the president could use to his own political advantage. So, I mean, she's being honest here. They're not passing the stimulus because they don't want Trump to benefit, or they think it's going to help him. I'm not putting anything off the table until January. Long after Trump has been shoved into the dustbin of history. So, they can't be serious with Biden, and they're not. Something's going on, and I know them. Michael Cornelio, thank you so very much. It's true. And this is also they get away with everything, and everyone knows their motive, and they still get away with it. And the media still is like, yeah, media is like, Michael and everybody here, media is like, yeah, she doesn't want to pass a deal because it'll help Trump. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess you're being honest there. I don't know. William R. Abrams, any recommendations on what we need to buy on Election Day? Doritos, beer. I'll answer you like old Hunter. Why are you even asking me? Fine. William, buy whatever you want. Cheetos? I mean, Klondike bars? I don't know. Anything. Just buy anything you want. Tired. I have to go to the computer repair store tomorrow. Where's my friend when I asked him to come? I woke him up. So lazy. Supposed to get my computer to the Computer Delaware repair store. Oh, my God. William, thank you. Crescent. I didn't know that HA President Trump. Wow. 6 videos hailed to Hunter Biden. Nice. I didn't know that. Oh my God. That's awesome. HA President Trump retweeted Stick Sex and Hammers video titled to Hunter. Hunter Biden. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Sticks deserves it. He's fantastic. He's fantastic. Wow, very awesome. Very awesome. Crescent, thank you. Thank you. Crescent, that is awesome. I have to check that out. Very, very, very awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a segment upload right now after this. So be here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Michael, everyone here, thank you so very much. Thanks, everybody. I don't have 20 million in venture capital funding, but I have a viewership that allows me to remain completely independent, allows me to do this, and I thank you so very much. Like I say, I go out on a limb because I know them. They're very honest people, and they have no shame in their game. That's another thing. But I just thank you all very, very much for your support, your kind words. We'll be here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific. Be here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific. And 9 p.m. tomorrow evening. Angela Goodwin. Look for the Alaska. No need for it. Look up the nice. That is more potional. All right. I don't partake myself, but that's interesting. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. We'll be here, Angela. Everybody here, Michael. Everyone here. Be here at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, and 9 p.m. tomorrow, Pacific time. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. I have a segment up right now on this channel. Just check the channel in about 10 minutes. Check the channel in about 10 minutes, everyone. Thank you so very, very much. D. Velasquez, everybody here. Tim, Larry Whitaker, thank you so very much. New Gold Dream! If it makes you feel better, guys, there are remote viewers. Biden will suddenly... Nice. They're watching me. New Gold Dream. They're watching me. New Gold Dream. Thank you for your support. One of the great names on this channel. Love that name. New Gold Dream. Thank you so very much. New Gold Dream. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Everyone, God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Thank you. New Gold Dream. Angela, Michael, everyone here, Larry, thanks everybody. Luke and Eric, thank you as always for just being amazing. See you tomorrow, everyone. In about 10 minutes, be on this channel. Thank you for the upload.